Starting your morning at EXP, which is the largest virtual reality destination in the Midwest, and it's set to open tomorrow right here in our area in Rosemont.
Wow, our Jackie Kostek giving us a first look. Good morning, Jackie.
Dana, Audrina, good morning to you. I've got my VR headset ready and I am ready to go on 2 different expeditions this morning. One on really a prehistoric adventure with dinosaurs, and then one to ancient Egypt to climb the pyramids and go inside spaces that you would never be able to see in real life. I'm here with Eric Albert this morning, who is one of the creators of this. He's the CEO of Phi, which created EXP. Good morning to you, Eric.
Good morning, Jackie.
Well, what is this experience going to be like for folks who come in and put on this headset?
So EXP is all about bringing people to, different places through the power of virtual reality.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it before, but ancient Egypt, 4,500 years ago, you're going to go to places inside the Egyptian pyramids that are not open to the general public. Same thing for Life Chronicles. You're going to be going back 3.5 billion years ago, visiting dinosaurs all the way back to the creation and the formation of planet Earth. So that's what the power of VR does, and that's what we're going to be presenting inside EXP in Rosemont.
Amazing. Yeah. So many questions for you. This is the first EXP anywhere in the world, but you do
Correct.
have plans to open up shop in cities in Canada and in other cities in the U.S. as well. Why
Indeed.
Chicago is your first location?
Chicago is a natural fit for us. One, we have an excellent partner in the village of Rosemont who actually built the building, EXP.
From the ground up, right?
From the ground up.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
9 months ago, this building did not exist.
Yes.
And it was purpose-built to be able to show these types of experiences specifically.
Gotcha.
The second thing is that the audiences in Chicago like these types of experiences. Of all the markets in the United States, Chicago is one of the top markets for immersive expeditions and immersive experiences.
You said that there's actually an educational element to these two, because I think when we think about virtual experiences, we often think about games attached to them. This isn't necessarily a game, but there are educational aspects to it, right?
Absolutely. Each experience that we show, including the 2 opening ones, Life Chronicles and Horizon of Khufu, have been done with experts. So in the case of Horizon of Khufu, for example, the experience was designed with an Egyptian specialist from Harvard University.
Okay.
And in the case of Life Chronicles, it was actually co-developed with the Natural History Museum from Paris.
Gotcha.
So all of the content is historically accurate, it's fact-checked. So there is a huge educational component to it as well.
Amazing. Well, Eric, thank you so much for your time this morning. We're going to wrap up, but I am going to take one quick picture in the Infinity experiences, so that I'm going to look over, smile.
3, 2, 1.
And then I'm going to be made into, I think it's going to be like an Indiana Jones type character in Egypt. So we'll nickname me Jackie Jones for the day. Let's see. It's gonna create it really quick. This is EXP in Rosemont. They're actually opening up tomorrow, and you can already book out experiences through the month of December. So maybe a great opportunity there. There I am, you guys. I don't have my virtual reality headset. I've got a sack with all my snacks, I guess, for my expedition. And there I am. Okay, ladies, back to you.
And your water. That's really cool. I got to tell you, I'm actually intrigued by it, so I can't wait to learn more throughout the rest of the morning, Jackie. Thanks.
A new look at renderings for a ballroom that's under construction at the White House. These are from McCurry Architects, the firm behind the project. It will be a $90,000 square feet on the east and south sides of the executive mansion. That's 35,000 square feet bigger than the mansion itself. CBS News reported corporate and individual donors have pledged nearly $200 million to cover construction cost. Well, right now we are turning to Jumpstart at EXP, which is the Midwest's largest virtual reality destination, and it's opening tomorrow in Rosemont. And glad you're here because you get a preview of it. Jackie Kostek is there with a look at the fun. Hey, Jackie.
Audrina, good morning to you. We are finally in the room where it happens, so to speak. This is where you get your virtual reality headset, and then you head into the big open space behind me, all black and white, and that's where you set foot into the expedition itself. I'm here with Eric Albert, who is the CEO of Phi, right? Yes. Of course, which owns the experience EXP. Eric, good morning to you.
Good morning again.
Explain to me the tutorial that you give before somebody is actually heading in to do the experience.
Absolutely. So what happens when you first put on the headset is that there's a tutorial that's going to explain to you what's going to happen when you're inside the experiences, how do you roam around, what you need to do, and everything else. So for people that have never done virtual reality before, this is an excellent way to be onboarded and to get the headset on and know exactly what you're going to be experiencing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why is it all black and white in here and gray?
So think of this as a big QR code, basically, and that's what positions you inside the space.
Okay.
Not only you, but everybody else who's doing the experience at the same time as you are.
Okay.
And that's what allows us to make sure that people have a great experience and not run into each other, for example, and so on. And it's also what allows you to go and free roam inside the experience.
Gotcha. I unfortunately am somebody who gets a little motion sick on some virtual reality experiences. You say that's not really a thing with EXP.
The thing with these experiences is that there's not a lot of movement per se, and then the technology of virtual reality has evolved to a point now where the vast majority of people can do these experiences without experiencing vertigo or without experiencing motion sickness. So
that is a good thing.
Absolutely.
That is a really good thing. Okay, we're going to have our friend Dorian come in, and he's going to help put the headset on me. And actually, we're going to go ahead and roll some video of part of the experience. And I will say, it's not exactly what I'm going to be seeing right now. I'm already like, woo, woo. So Eric, I think you're over here, right?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
I'm over here.
Thank you. Eric, explain to me what folks are seeing as they are sort of midway through the experience in ancient Egypt.
So what people experience when they go in is, and what they're seeing at the on screen right now, is a part where you are actually going inside the pyramid.
Yes.
And this is an area where the general public does not have access to.
Gotcha.
Again, we were talking about the power of VR before, but that's what the power of VR does, is it allows you to go to places that you would not otherwise be able to go.
Oh my gosh.
So you're going up sort of an elevator, if you will, that's going to lead you up to the king's chamber, which is the king's final resting place. And as you're doing this, there's a guide that explains to you what you're seeing. Some of the hieroglyphs, for example, that you're going to see on the walls, the guide's going to explain to you what they are. And then once you get inside the king's chamber, that's where you're going to get a little bit more information about where we're at.
Eric, I can't see you, but I'm going to lift up my hand for a high five. There we go. And Dave, I think you're over here. I'm going to be experiencing much more from EXP and Rosemont as we go throughout the morning. This opens tomorrow. Great experience. Audrina, back to you. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah,
it.
This is actually, the whole world is opening up to me.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Morning from EXP, the Midwest's largest virtual reality destination, opening tomorrow in Rosemont. And our Jackie Kostek has a preview of all the fun. Good morning once again, Jackie. I have to tell you, we saw you, just you, in your last hit. So I'm intrigued to see now if we maybe get a glimpse of what you were actually seeing with those headsets.
Dana, that is the plan, but I first wanted to show you just how big this space is. They can actually have about 120 people doing virtual reality expeditions at one time in EXP. This building was built specifically for this experience, so it is brand new, opening up tomorrow. I'm here with the CEO, Eric Albert, this morning. Eric, good morning to you.
Good morning again.
Okay, so I have to ask you first, just why virtual reality, and why do you want to sort of take people on these expeditions all over the world?
So the power of virtual reality is really to give you access to places or to even time periods that you would not have access to otherwise.
Yeah.
You've been in the Egyptian pyramids a couple of times this morning. You're going to see things again when you go back into the headset that the vast majority of people are never going to be able to see from, with their own eyes.
Yes.
We have another experience that's going to be coming to EXP Rosemont in the coming months called Space Explorers The Infinite. That will take people to the International Space Station, where roughly only about 250 people have ever been to.
Oh my gosh.
So again, it's really giving access to people to areas they would not have access to. And again, the educational component is really important because a lot of the experiences that we show are historically fact-checked. They are historically accurate. So the educational value of these experiences is also quite high.
Amazing. Yeah. Let's show some of these experiences. So Darian's going to come in. He's going to put the virtual reality headset, which I will say is the most comfortable virtual reality headset that I've ever worn. This is actually I think the technology is so advanced now that you're not going to feel as motion sick, or hopefully not motion sick as all, or I can't talk. Maybe I can't talk in this thing though. Okay, I'm going to head this way, which is where I'm supposed to go. Eric, can you sort of talk me through, and hopefully, Dana, if we can pull up that video so that you can see and follow along with me on this journey. I actually see some stones falling, so I better get to this platform pretty quickly. Yeah. But I am in the middle of a tomb, right, Eric?
You are in the middle middle of King Khufu's tomb.
Wow.
And what you're seeing is actually, again, this is the beauty of virtual reality, is we are actually dismantling the pyramid to give you access to areas that are not otherwise accessible.
Wow.
So by going through this dismantling process, if you will, you're going to see things that you're not going to see otherwise.
Oh, this is so cool. So down below, I believe, let me see if I can. I know I probably look so silly doing this, but I am seeing sort of the tomb, like you said, fall apart. And there's also a cat. Okay, now it's actually starting to come into focus a little bit more. I am sort of traveling downward into the depths of the tomb, and I'm seeing some kind of not sure what's down there. A bunch of piles of rocks is I think what I'm seeing. But I'm wondering where this guy is. Where is Khufu?
So Khufu was actually in the tomb you were in before.
Oh,
what you're seeing now is actually one of the galleries that's underneath the pyramid, which was only discovered relatively recently, which again, VR gives us the ability to take people there that otherwise they would not be able to get to.
So Eric, the experience also has audio attached to it, right? Okay, gotcha. And so this is about a 45-minute experience if you're doing it fully?
Correct.
Okay.
And the audio will allow you to listen to Mona, which is your guide that takes you through the experience and takes you through the pyramids.
And Mona is the cat, correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
Mona is the guide, the human guide that you met at the beginning.
Okay, gotcha.
The cat is Bastet.
Geez. Okay.
And the cat is actually, in ancient Egypt history, cats were seen as gods and goddesses.
Gotcha. Eric, I'm going to give you another high five. You're going to have to come to me. Awesome. The cat is right here. I can walk. I mean, this is really, really well done, though. And again, the whole purpose of this is to help you travel to a place that you may otherwise never have an experience or never have the opportunity to go to. There's the cat right in front of me, too. Dana, wherever you are, back to you. There you are.
I'm right here, Jackie. I'm right here.
Virtual reality. There's a new spot in Rosemont opening tomorrow where you can enjoy all kinds of immersive experiences.
From exploring the wonders of Egypt to traveling back in time when dinosaurs roamed the earth, EXP offers an adventure for everyone.
Jackie Kostek is live there now. Jackie, what room are you in here?
Dana, Audrina, good morning to you. Well, this is the main virtual reality space. It's actually about 20,000 square feet, and it allows about 120 people to experience the virtual reality expeditions at any given time. So I'm here with Eric Albert this morning, who is the CEO of Phi, which also owns the EXP. Good morning to you, Eric.
Good morning again.
Okay, well, thanks so much for having us. Explain a little bit about how the technology works, because it's such an interesting room. A lot of black and white, a lot of QR codes. How does it work?
Yeah, so the virtual reality headset you've been wearing all morning basically uses the designs that you see on the floors and on the walls to position itself within the space.
Okay.
And everybody, the people behind us add the exact same thing as well. So that's what allows us to position people within the experiences.
Yes.
And it allows you to free roam, but it also has a very practical purpose as well, which is avoid people running into each other, right?
I was going to say, when you have 120 people in this large space at any given time, I imagine that would happen, but you say it doesn't because of the technology.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So when people get close to you, you're going to see them as avatars.
Okay.
And people that are in your group are going to be a different color avatar than the rest of the people doing the experience.
Gotcha.
So it makes it a collective experience as well at the same time.
For sure. Darian is going to come over, as he has all morning long. He's going to put my headset on for me, which is awesome. And we're going to be doing Life Chronicles this time. So let's go ahead and show you some of the video that I'm actually seeing at the same time. And it says IPO adjustment is about to start. Keep your eyes. Okay, so it's focusing. It's allowing the headset to sort of adjust to me. It says it's complete. And now I am in Life Chronicles. And I mentioned, wow, I mean, I'm seeing dinosaurs, and they are massive, and they look like they're, oh my gosh, there is an even bigger one. We've got folks behind me doing the same thing, too. Oh, and I do see an avatar right there. So, yeah, I'm going to try not to run into that person. These dinos, wow, and there's a beautiful river, too. Eric, any idea where I am in the world?
So you're welcome, first of all, to 4.5 billion years ago.
4.5 billion years ago, wow.
You're roaming with Triceratops, and a T-Rex should be showing up pretty soon if he hasn't already.
I do see that, yes.
There you go.
Yes, and I do see the avatars. It's wild, wow. I mean, I just feel so tiny. I feel so tiny and I feel so young. I mean, 4.5 billion years ago. Eric, I do want to mention this is opening up tomorrow. And it's funny, I'm motioning, but I have no idea where you are anymore. But tell me, there you are. Thank you. It's like I'm talking with my hands, but I have no idea where you are. We do want to mention that this is 8 and up, right? So children under the age of 8 not yet able to experience this.
Correct, because of the size of the headsets and then the kids' heads are being too small.
Gotcha.
We do request that kids 8 and up do the experience.
Okay, EXP opening up tomorrow in Rosemont. Ladies, I think you're over here. I hope. Back to you.
It's always tricky when you get those things on. Oh my goodness. Jackie, thank you so
That
much.
really does look cool, and I'm not
Sure
one to get
is.
into this
Yes.
type of stuff, but I'd want to go to each